Right, so the story so far, it's all built up, but what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to disconnect the wire on the back of the solenoid. No, I'm not, because it's oh, what muppets. What the hell have they done here? Well, I said I was going to disconnect it, but it doesn't look like it. I wonder if it goes to that plug there. Looks like it. Anyway, sorry about that. Usually there's a push-on wire on the back of it, and it's got a nut and bolt and eyelet, and then a plug. I wonder if it had a security on this before. Maybe. Anyway, the idea is I'm going to crank it over without the fuel pump on, and that will help to prime the fuel system, not the injector pump but the fuel system itself. Also will get oil round the system and give it a good flush, because that rocker shaft has no oil in it, well, as much as I could get into it, and then we'll see if it'll fire up. Now again, there's no coolant in it, I just want it to go boom, and so I can get it out the door a bit, maybe tomorrow because it's 4:30 now, but time flies, eh? And then flush out the cooling system, and I've thought about that, how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the pipe off the reservoir here, and then just flush it through from the radiator, just let it go, because the water pressure will push it down and come out of this pipe here, and then we don't have to disconnect the bottom hose, therefore we're not having water everywhere. We'll see. So let's have a crank over and see what happens to it. Probably battery's flat. Make sure it's out of gear and the battery's back on. I'll tell you something I'm not happy about. When I was underneath changing the oil filter, the wire was disconnected off the switch, the pressure switch, and it's still on after all that cranking. Should have gone out by now. I wonder if I started, I wonder if I put the plug together, it would fire. We've got nothing to lose, have we? Because it'll take a lot of cranking to get fuel back up into the injectors. Success, and the oil light went out, so obviously I wasn't cranking it enough. Well, that sounds alright, doesn't it, boys and girls? At least I'm not wasting my time. Right, so let's just have a quick listen to it again. I know there's no coolant in it, but it's alright. See how it starts off the flick, boom, like that. That's what you want to like. That's going to be a good one. So now I've got to faddle about with this coolant. That didn't sound too bad. But like I say, I cranked over the engine to get oil circulated first. Like I say, I was a bit concerned about that oil light, but it went out as soon as the engine started to pick up. It went out. So of course, by adding ATF to the fuel filter, that saved an awful lot of cranking, and as you saw, I didn't even have to prime the fuel system through, I just put it on and off we went, didn't even touch the lift pump. Good old engines these. Right, so I think I'll think of a way to get that cooling out the way. I'm very tempted not to put it outside. I'm very tempted just to drop it in a bucket, because this reservoir is empty. See? Oh, bloody hell, everything was empty, wasn't it? See, the reservoir is empty, it's blown everything out. And I'm thinking if I put a hose through the top of the radiator over there, that will push all that water out. And when it starts to come clear, that'll be good. Then I can put this hose on, put the cap on. And I've also left out the bung. Where is it? I've left out the bung that goes in the block so we can flush the block out. And also we can flush the heater out as well. I want to get all that rusty crap out, you know. Let's see what I can do. I'm getting a bit fed up with it now, but never mind. We'll have another couple of hours, another half hour, I think. It's getting towards the end of this. I've flushed it all out. We've got quite a lot of rubbish out. I've put the bung back in the block. I've put the bottom hose back on. I'm going to be using this stuff here. It's made in Quebec. It's April. It's good for -37. That's alright round here. And it's pre-mixed 50-50. But the thing is, what's nice about this one is that bent? I dropped my camera, you know. It's never been the same since. Must be having a day off. It's global, so it mixes with all different types of antifreeze. That's the problem. There's so many different antifreezes now for different cars, you just don't know what's what. But anyway, what I wanted to show you was, as a final check, is, well, we'll probably have to take the camera off and have a look down here, look. Right. See here, this thing here is a renowned problem for blocking up. It's an air vent, but people think it's a valve, but it isn't. It takes air from the top of here, goes down here, mixes up here, and eventually will come out of here. Same as the radiator, it bleeds through. It's a bleeder. So what I do is just get my airline on. So you see it coming out of there? You see the funnel moving? It's a good one. So now I'm quite happy. I've flushed out the heater core, and then I blew it all out using the same airline, blew it all out, blew all the water out. So now we've only got concentrate, not concentrate, we've got antifreezing, because this is the stuff that came out, and this is the stuff that's going in. It looks pretty weak, but you see, completely different. That there, full of rust. Get it out. It's had a radiator recently, so it's not good to put all coolant in. You know, get it out and use coolant, not water, not tap water. The reason I got this is it was pre-mixed, and there's no messing about. Usually have to get distilled water, but with our current situation, trying to get downtown to get distilled water is kind of a problem. So anyway, that's it. Then we'll be able to get this up and running. Right, job done. I've just warmed it up a little bit because it's obviously it's in my shop and I can't put my exhaust extractor on because it's the wrong way around. But it's good enough to go outside. And I've just got it warmed up in here with the doors open, so it's damn freezing. The thing is that now I've got it circulated, so any bit of water that was in there now is getting mixed with the antifreeze or the coolant. I didn't want to put it outside when there was pockets of water there, so we'll leave it in the shop overnight and that'll all get mixed up. Then tomorrow we'll test it, you know, see if it's alright. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good. It sounds alright. The air filter, every filter was blocked up, well, not blocked up, mucky. So that's not good. Might as well start from day zero and do it like that. I found a turbo hose on the shelf and got rid of that exhaust gas recirculation one, you know. But I've got to get a rocker for it, so it's going to be a little while yet. But it runs good. Yeah, it's run. Like get it out and get tidied up again. Get some coolant through the heater. I've only had it running for about 4 or 5 minutes, but starting to warm. The problem is, you see, that the coolant pump is so high. If it gets water in it, just doesn't really do all that much. It just cavitates. So we have to get the air out of the system properly, and then it'll. They usually bleed themselves through. They're usually pretty good for that. But like I say, this one. We drained it all off, so I'm not going to take any chances with it. So, there we go. I'll sign this off for now, and then we might come back when we take it for a road test. How's that? Got a lot of fun. See ya.